What is going on, you dead set legends? Hope everyone is having a ripper weekend. And if you're like me in Australia or New Zealand, I hope you're having a happy bloody Monday morning. And welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one interactive arm wrestling podcast in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler. And I tell you what, things are happening. Things are up and about. Things are going really well, I can tell you now. I cannot wait for in about 2 weeks, 2 to 6 weeks, some really big announcements are coming through this channel. It is going to be mega. Give us a ready bang in the comments. I want to talk about pay-per-views at the moment. I haven't updated it. I've still got about another 100 to 150 names to put in, but let me thank my Patreon and YouTube bangers for as little as 50 cents a week. You will get it, hey? You're just helping out the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and it is all happening here. It's really good. Every single dollar goes back to the channel, and yeah, absolutely loving it. I've still got 100 plus names to put on there. I am up and about. I can't wait to say hi. Say hi to each and every one of you. As everyone is saying g'day. Really appreciate it. You're hanging and banging. It's having the morning coffee. Things are going well. I tell you, we are up and about, and I've just got to make sure we're over 400 members on YouTube, and you can get your weekly updates on the journey. And of course, when it comes into a bit of fails, I get them in there as well. It's not all about the good stuff. You get the bad stuff as well over there. So become a member now. It is all happening, and thank you there. Hey, just a quick update. Trading cards are in production. We have our athletes signed off, and the cards are going to look phenomenal. The cards are going to look mega. We have got it. So the official lineup, I'll tell you in a moment. Let me say hi to each and every one of you in the chat. Good evening, everyone. Ready bang from Richard Gen X. We've got Levan, outclassed the bum. And he says, yes, sir. Silky Wilkie's not messing about. He's up and about. And he's gifted 20 Aussie Arm Wrestling memberships. Thank you, brother. You are up and about, helping out the arm wrestling world. Roll on. Thank you very much, Silky Wilkie. Hopefully all 20 get gifted out. So if you're not, click on Silky Wilkie's thing, say accept gifts, and then you should be able to get it. We'll see if all 20 can be given out. Hail Aussie, hail the chat. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Where did that name come from, monkeys? Let me know. Benji Mac. Yo. Jeremiah. So you two guys, just click Silky's membership, say allow gifts, and you get it in there. My manager, Phil Woody. Ready bang. The whitest of the wolfest comes in. Says ready fang. King Hoddle. Ready bang. The bionic one is in there. Ready bang. Who else have we got? The real Kraken. Martin Dotty at 8:45 a.m. in Australia. Yeah, 8:48. I've been up for quite a few hours, but just doing the family thing. I didn't get a chance to watch the fix. I did keep like an eye on my phone, but I was just doing family stuff. Just needed the morning to ourselves. So we're up and about. Buddy Hale in the chat. Ready? Bang. Hope all is well, brother. Everything is awesome in my world. Hope all is well in your world. What do we got here? Ready? Bang. G'day, Jakers. No, Neil said nothing about Aussie going live. Not kidding. Well, he doesn't have to. Of course, it's always nice when he does, but he doesn't have to, I guess. What else have we got? Ready, bang. We will get to talk about how much a pay-per-view should cost. Let's break it down. Let's get together. We do talk about it. But, I've got to make sure I say hi to every single person. Because if you're taking the time out to hang out with the Aussie Arm Wrestler, I can take time out to say g'day to likes of the Dangerous Dan, Dave Anderson, Cowabunga. Pay-per-views should be free. That doesn't make sense. That hurts my brain because you have to pay per view. Have I said hi to everyone? Evening, everyone, from number one special. Arm Wars. There we go. Have a good show, Jake. Shower time. What's happening, Neil? Hope all is well. What else have we got? Pay-per-view should be $20 at least. I said hi to everyone. If I've missed you, I do apologise. Devon's forearm. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Happy St. George's Day, folks. There you go. From Phil Woody. Dominic Lorenz. Morning, Jake. Morning, all. Arm Gods. Absolutely, Arm Gods. September 30th. Some matches are being announced. I think it's going to be Tom Holland and John Terrian. That's a pretty good matchup. But we're speaking of pay-per-views. So I wonder, if you all get up and about and you talk about it, I was with Zadie. I was with Zadie, mate. I was with Zadie. So I wasn't in the chat. I kept an eye on it, but I wasn't actually in the chat like I usually am. So we're talking about it. Do we just do a universal, this is what's happening? This is, I've got a poll going. Do we do a universal, hey, this is what's happening with the pay-per-views. This is how much it should be. Do we put arm wrestling promotions in tiers? They're allowed to charge this much. They're allowed to charge this much. They're allowed to charge that much. Do you yourself have a budget and say, look, I can only spend $100 a year on pay-per-views and memberships? Because we know a couple of promotions go the membership route. AWE, Arm Gods, Arm Wars, you pay the membership, you get the event. We've also had as low as a $3 pay-per-view and as high, I think the most at the moment are at the $15, $16 pay-per-views. Now, from there, do we then put the athletes? Okay, if you have Devon or Levan or Dennis, starting point, it's $15. Because we all, I do, you do, everyone does. We want to buy every single pay-per-view. But we do know that we can't afford every single pay-per-view. Not everyone can buy. So far this year, we've had Arm Gods, which was awesome. King of the Table, which I was at, which was pretty good. Loved it, to be honest. I'm wearing the bloody shirt. We've had... What was some other pay-per-views? You had Dark Card. You had Be Strong Arm Wrestling. That was Matt Mars, Jordan Sonev. Then we've had an East versus West. East versus West. Table Monkeys did a pay-per-view for their final. So we're in April now, and we've had 6 pay-per-views. We've got, and please let me know. AWE. That's right, AWE, because that was the same day as King of the Table. So then we've had 7 pay-per-views this year. Now, keep in mind, when it comes to pay-per-views and memberships, the promotion only has to look after the promotion. They try and keep in mind all the other promotions to try and help out because we're trying to build it. But at the moment, we've had 7 pay-per-views. And then next week, we've got, or the week after, the next East versus West. So 8 pay-per-views, that's 2 a month. We're averaging out 2 a month. Now, that's fine if you can afford it. I said Arm Gods White Wolf. I said Arm Gods first, didn't I? January was Arm Gods, East versus West. February was King of the Table. March was Be Strong Arm Wrestling with Matt and Jordan and the Dark Card. April, Table Monkeys. Oh, and we had AWE. Yeah, and then, yeah. So I'm getting to a point now with it all. All I hear is dollar signs. I think as the sport grows, pay-per-views will mostly die out. I think with that, I think what's going to happen is now that there are so many players in the game, so many awesome players. Now, I've mentioned this before. So let's say you're on a card where, say, Devon's been booked, right? And let's throw a number out there. Let's throw a big number. Okay, Devon Larratt's been booked. And you think you're about as 10% as good as Devon. You're like, 10%, I'm 10% of Devon. And say you hear Devon's getting paid 10 grand for this match, which Devon doesn't get out of bed for 10 grand. Let's just say that. So then you're worth $1,000. But then the bidding war goes on, and now Devon's up to 30 grand. You still think you're 10% of Devon, don't you? So then you go up to 3 grand. So it's going to get a stage where either the pay-per-views go up or that everyone gets outbid down the bottom and only one or two rise to the top. Am I making sense or am I rambling on? Let's see what you guys have got to say. What else have we got? Spermies is definitely not rich, but a point in my life I'll buy every one of the pay-per-views up to including the price of $56. So I'm fine with the cost of them right now. For the record, I think they're a steal. I think they're an absolute steal. Every single one of these pay-per-views. Now, you go to a UFC, I think it's up to 70, 80. I think even some boxing matches are $100 for a pay-per-view. And UFC's on all the time. Look, we're not as popular or as mainstream, but I think everything is a steal. Bye-bye. Do you want to quickly say hi? Does Zadie quickly want to say hi? You don't have to. How much should pay-per-views cost? Nah. How much should pay-per-views cost, Zadie? What do you think?
She thinks...
So long as there are enough for toys and food for her, she doesn't care.
$1 a person.
$1 a person?
That pulls.
That pulls. $1 a person. Well, I'm booking 100 people per event so we can make some money.
Maybe not.
No.
Love you.
Good luck. I love you.
Love you. Bye.
Yeah, Arm God. So yeah, so like I think the Arm Gods $4.99 a month, steal. You get the Arm Gods show plus the Super Series, and they have like 30 matches per Super Series. And they mean something. Their qualifications, steals. And they've had 3 shows this year. Dark Card was $4.99. AWE was $9.99. And I thought that's a steal, but I love Australian arm wrestling. So I think the guys are great. You might not think that. I think the guys are great. So I think that's a steal. King of the Table and East versus West at $15. Genuine steal. Legacy, historic, unbelievable matches at King of the Table. Yes, you only get 3, but $5 for John and Dennis. Sabine and Pavlo was worth the $5. And then Levan and Hermes was definitely worth the $5. And then you go over King of the Table. Jerry versus Georgie. Okay, it wasn't everyone's most favorite match, but, just showed Jerry again. You had Devon Prudnik was last year. Who else do we have? Erdemez and Morozov on the left, Erdemez and Dave on the right, worth the pay-per-view. So, for the record, I think they're all a steal. So we've got Jake. There is a computer gaming industry out there where people spend thousands of dollars a year. Millions of people do that year after year, so people can afford it. Yeah, a lot of people can afford it. They just choose not to. Because, Dominic, and this is another thing that we need to change the mindset. And we're going to try and do a little bit more pulse. But this is where we need to change the mindset of people. We've had it free for so long. We've had it free. You've been able to message your favorite athletes for a long time. Now you're probably not getting a response or a reply, or they're coming to your practices, or they're asking for money to come to your practices and things like that. I'm not saying that's out there. Now I know people are paying athletes to go on their show. So that's where it's building at the moment, and that's the growth of it. Some spots we're up to and some we're not. So everyone is building their own pay-per-view, which I think is great because I think there's enough talent out there. Now we have to we're going to go through and try and break down which athletes, I started off with Devon, Dennis, Levan, $15. Easy. Adam jumps in there and says, AW and King Tail was the same day. I had to choose between them. Costs too much for me to get both. And that's fair enough, mate. That is fair enough. That's fair enough. I know some people, struggling and things like that. And, yeah. Armgods fucking awesome. Let's just call it how it is. NWUK1, does anyone know what the rough buy rates are for East versus West King Table? I'm keen for athletes to get paid. I think it would help with gauging what they should cost. East versus West is underpriced. Lots of matches. Now, I can play devil's advocate for East versus West. 100%. For the record, 100% it is underpriced. Absolutely, NWUK. First of all, thanks, sir, for the super chat. But when 68% of your matches are sweeps and nothing matches, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Quantity doesn't always beat quality. Yes, this is just me being fun and playing devil's advocate, because I'm paying $1 a match or $1.50 a match at East versus West. It's awesome. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I believe when you're building a pay-per-view, you really have to take into account you're really wanting to entertain a lot of people that aren't arm wrestling fans. Because our small niche community, we're lunatics and we're going to buy everyone anyway. There's a small portion of us. I don't think any of these companies should have to release numbers. I do believe it's not the public's, I think what an athlete gets paid and how many pay-per-views they sell, it shouldn't be public knowledge. That's the word I'm looking for. It shouldn't be public knowledge. Oh, now I know a lot of you are going to vote yes, but first of all, $10 to $20 is what everyone thinks we should pay. 50%, 82 votes. Guys, let's get those likes up. Come on, let's get those likes up. Now, read the question carefully. Should pay-per-view numbers be public knowledge? Be public knowledge. If you vote yes, let me know in the comments, or no. So I've got it. Should be. Not do you want it, but should it be public knowledge? Let me know. Okay, let's just go through. Pay-per-views will cannibalize each other and others will be forced to go live stream. I believe so. I saw a story on the Arm Gods saying September 30th, White Wolf. It's hard to pay dollars when you live in a poor country. What country are you from, FBG? Only if you want to Only if you want to let me know. Howdy, y'all. Mr. Aussie Arm Wrestler. Just now joining me. I think private view prices are great. Very cheap compared to the others. Absolutely. They definitely are, Ryan. Underpriced. That is for sure. Zadie held up 4 fingers. The Schmo says $20 tops. Arm wrestling's too small to collect any more. Supply and demand. Absolutely. Joe, 20 to 25 depends on how many matches. Yeah, but the quality of matches, like I watched something and had 40 matches, but we didn't really know anyone. Now we can only go by the quality of the athletes. So for me, King of the Table only had 3 matches, and before the matches even happened, I thought, bang, that was 100% worth underpriced. You look at this East versus West. Yes, there's a lot of matches, and of course, I think it's worth the number of matches. I do think we have to base it based on what's it called? Based on who they are. I mean, I hope, and I know Phil's a big flag bearer for Monster Factory, which is this weekend. Tomorrow, Maximum Bang Monday, Uncle John and I are going to break down everything that is Monster Factory. And of course, we all got to watch it. Not only do we all have to watch it, but if you can, reach out to all of their sponsors on Instagram, on Facebook, and say, hey, thank you so much for supporting the Monster Factory. Because you say that you don't want to pay for it. Monster Factory, you don't have to pay for it. Just turn up and watch it. Just turn up and watch it, and then jump on their Instagram post. Hey, thank you so much for supporting the Monster Factory. It was an awesome event. Done. As simple as that. Then, if other promotions can land $100,000, $200,000 sponsorship per show, then we are rolling. Then you won't have to pay. But, you say it's an arm wrestling community, and you say it's a collective effort from everyone. Well, we've got to do it. We've got to do it, including us YouTubers, because I do it after every show. 100%. I go and thank all the sponsors, especially Monster Factory, and say thank you. I got to watch it for free. And then we won't have to pay for any pay-per-views. Then they would have to be mega matches, not us niche things. And what I mean by that is I heavily love WWE, pro wrestling. And then when people say that some Japanese wrestler that only a few niche people have heard of takes on some Mexican wrestler that only a few niche people, and that should be the main event at Madison Square Garden, you've got to have a hard look at yourself. So we might, a small group of us might know a monster in Europe. You've got to remember, we've got to sell pay-per-views. What is my poll saying? While everyone's hit the like button, I'll get to some of the comments. Okay, I want to read some of these yes answers. $20 for single. House, $100 for birthday. I did watch that video. That was quite good. Good for the sport. That was quite good. Where'd that comment go? Thank you very much, Bankman KLH. I did watch that. It was really good. Trying to price the sport out of existence. It's going to be hard, because then it's like if you want Levan. Now, Levan's only going to pull a couple of times a year, isn't he? Well, then start the bidding. 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand, 80 grand, 100 grand. Sold. I'm going to pull over here. So then 100 grand, you're like, shit, I need the pay-per-views to help cover the cost of these events. So it's very, that could happen. Yeah, they are going up. And at some stages, they will all go up. Is pay-per-view only for the hardcore fan? Maybe. No, a non-fan might not buy the pay-per-view. We need them to buy the next pay-per-view. All right, I'm way behind in the comments. Daniel Bergs, what's going on? See you later. See you later, Jakey boy. Take care. Yeah, I'm buying them all. I'm buying them all. Thank you. Silky Wilkie, thank you very much, you Dead Set Legend. He says, now the athletes may ask for dollars to come to the lives. Do you think this will fragment communities? For up-and-coming arm wrestlers, this can be a toll on your morale if you can get renowned exposure from promotion channels. Arm wrestlers aren't asking for money to come on the show. I think it will become a negotiating tactic. Hey, Silky, do you want to come on the show this week? Or, hey, can I get the first interview after your match? Oh, well, I've been asked by A, B, C, and D. All right, well, what if I give you $100? Sold. That's what's happening. Some channels are spending money. That's their marketing. Hey, do you want to come on the show? Not really. I'll give you $100. Sold. I'll give you $50. Sold. I'll come on your show, say a couple of nice things. That's a form of marketing. So I don't think so with that. Once again, we just need all these lesser known pullers. They just need to make themselves known. Arm wrestling just won't do it unless you just randomly turn up to an after pull and crush everyone. I'm not paying anyone. I will not pay anyone. I will not pay anyone to come on my show. Have I given money in the past? Yes. I've asked someone to come on the show, and I'll say, and then afterwards it was a mega show, so I'm like, hey man, I got to give you half of these super chats because without you, it wouldn't have been like that. I might have had 300 people in the chat. Thank you. Let me buy your family dinner. I have done that, but it will never be a negotiating tactic. For me, I don't know. I feel my podcast is one of the best. That sounds a bit wankerish. That sounded real wankerish, actually. But, yeah. And Will says, of course not. It's no one's damn business how many buys are happening. No pay-per-view, free few, but encouraging super chats. So, Dan, I get it. I definitely get it. But say you have 3,000 people watching, which on a live stream, you got to understand that's not much money in the YouTube world. And say you get $3,000 worth of super chats after YouTube take everything. You might make $4,000. Now, if you have a $15 pay-per-view and you sell 10,000 pay-per-views, it's $150,000. I know what I'd rather be doing. STP, ready, bang. Absolutely not public. Would be nice if pay-per-view was adjusted with the country currency, e.g. you buy Netflix for X and that price is the same where you live. I get it, but then I don't get it. I think all arm wrestling fans should be treated the same. Look, I know, I'm in Australia, so I've got it better than most countries. But then a part of me is like, they get to pay $3 and we get to pay $100. But I do get it. I definitely do get it, and I do wonder in some of those countries. I'd love to buy. If it were a lot cheaper, I'd buy 100 pay-per-views and go, right, there you go, knock yourselves out. Who can I help out? I was happy to help one of our own Aussie family members out by making sure he'll be watching East versus 7 with us. There you go. That's pretty cool. Okay. Michael gets, each Monster Factory. That's awesome. But NWUK, but if they say, if they're putting on the next event, shouldn't that tell you? Shouldn't that tell you that they're going to be around? If they're like, hey, we got East versus West 7, we got East versus West 8, or we got King in the Table 7, King in the Table 8, Monster Factory 2, 3, well, you're not paying for that. But you know what I mean? I just don't understand why they should release the numbers. I would say no. I am going to say no. They don't need to. I've been fortunate enough and been told, but that's because I've been trusted with that information. But I'm going to say no. But I love that you're trying to open my mind, my man. All righty, what else have we got? What up, Ricky Wiggly? So the Drew's saying yes, but so like release East versus King of the Table 1 numbers now, and maybe King of the Table 2. Is that what you mean? Yeah, the monster model. I'm hoping. Absolutely. I hope that's all that happens. I can picture Jake as an old obsessed tycoon slowly getting crazy over the sales. Got to sell more pay-per-views. I don't have to sell any pay-per-views. I don't have to at all. I like to sell pay-per-views. I like to help the promotions because, then for me, how much better do I look and how much do we look better as a community? If I turn up to King of the Table and they're like, thanks, Aussie, we just hit record numbers because of you helping us out. I think that's pretty cool. Then everyone's like, holy shit, look what Aussie does for King of the Table. We need that at our promotion. Done. That's why. What if an arm wrestler would pay to speak with you? I wouldn't accept the money. I wouldn't accept the money. I don't like. I love my status in the arm wrestling world. Back-to-back King of the Tables. I think that's back-to-back King of the Tables. He's pretty good and the most sought after arm wrestling commentator at this stage. I really am, or the most busiest, I should say. Would Devin come on for free for a full show? Yes. On my channel he would. We're working on dates as you seek. What else have we got? Ready Bang, Rick Chains. And one thing, before we start knocking over the tiers and where we think a good arm wrestling price should be, we'll try and mix it together. We'll try and pull all of our brains together. Why is it so horrible for an arm wrestling promotion to make money? Why is it so horrible for a YouTube channel to make money? The right way. Like, you have to understand, these promotions need to make money to put on another promotion to make money. They can't just break even all the time. Rick Chains. Ready Bang. What else have we got? What else have we got? Okay, so I'm down. Okay, so I've caught up on the chat. So just quickly, our first lot of trading cards. We've got an Aussie arm wrestler card. We've got an Uncle John card. We've got a Ryan Bowen card. We've got an Auden Larratt rookie card. an Auden Larratt rookie card. So this is Maximum Bane card Series 1. An Auden Larratt rookie card. They're getting designed right now. And you have a chance to land a Dave Chaffee signed card. A Dave Chaffee signed card. Then the big kicker is, so depending on how many packets we have, so we're only going to have 10 Dave Chaffee signed cards. So they'll be randomly put in each packet. So when you buy a packet, you could win a Dave Chaffee signed card. And there will be a 1-of-1 Ryan Bowen delusional card. You could be the only owner of the Ryan Bowen delusional card. So that would be good. Okay. Yes, the cards. I want the cards. Cards are going to be, they're going to look really good. I'm pretty confident from Boj. He's designing them, and then when we get a printed of that, then Dave's going to sign them and get him to sign the cards. What else have we got? Red Hot Chili Peppers says $15 per promotion is a fair price, 4 to 6 matches max. Who said it was horrible? Who said what was horrible? Who said what was horrible, Retro? I've missed something. Yeah. Okay. Who said what was horrible? Anyway, so they're the cards. Now getting back to it. I think what you should do in order now, this is more of a business sense, which may help us get to an awesome number. An awesome number. I think if you have a Devon, a Levan, possibly an Erdemes, a Denis Saplenkov, if you have those four in one of those four in your main event, I think you can have no more than 6 matches. Because that's a heavy price tag. They're heavy price tags. How heavy? We don't know. But they're heavy price tags. So then what you're paying, I'm just using Devon as the benchmark. What you're paying Devon is only fair that you pay the opponent that, or within 10% of that. So there's a big money spend there. Because if you only have 6 matches, 5 to 6 matches, then from there, you will then be able to afford more events. I think that'd be the mix. Then if you have Morozov, John Brzenk, Todd Hutchings, Jerry Caderet, then you can extend it, to 7, 8 matches. Now, I'm not showing any disrespect, but I'm like, if you've got Devon headlining, you can charge $20, $25. If you've got Levan headlining, $20, $25. You really can. Then if the second tier that I was saying, if your headline act, John, Todzilla, Jerry Caderet, Archer Morozov, who else am I thinking? Gennady. Who else am I thinking? Dave Chaffee. If they're your headline acts, then you can charge $15. Anything under those names, and start dropping some ideas, or who should be in tier 1, who should be in tier 2, who should be in tier 3. Now, this isn't disrespecting those people. This is more the you got to go off selling the pay-per-view and how much you're paying the athlete. Yeah, okay. Resner just got here. When can we purchase the cards? Once I get Dave to sign them. So they should be, so all the design should be done in hopefully about 2 weeks. Takes him about 3 hours to design each card. So I think he's doing one a day because he's going to do them before he flies away mid-May. Because this guy's awesome. He flies away mid-May, and then we come back. And then, so he wants them all done then. Then I've got to get the cards to Dave. Dave's got to get them back, and then we've got to get them sealed in their packets. Sir Fatty says, anything I headline, just be like $100. There we go. But Travis Bajan is in that top tier, in my opinion. Travis Bajan is another one. There you go. Yeah. If someone puts in the hard work and makes a ton of money, then that's great. Ultimately, the fans will decide if they make a ton or not. Good product will be worth the price, I think. There you go. Just having a look. What else are we? Okay. Everyone's having a chat there. Brilliant. Yeah, so that's where I feel that it's going to go. Just having a look. So 61% saying should pay-per-view numbers be public knowledge. I have to disagree. Now, we're in a really good phase here. Where arm wrestling, like, we have so many events per year. I mean, I just counted 8 events, maybe 10 events, and we're at the end of April. And we've got one event coming this weekend, Monster Factory in East versus West. So when I'm looking for the pay-per-view price, I am not taking into consideration all the other pay-per-views. Because for me, your product's got to be good. We've got so many good ones. I've got a particular order of where my money goes. And if you're, 7th or 8th in the list and you're charging the same as up here, I just might choose not to buy it. Now, I'm an arm wrestling lunatic, so I've bought every pay-per-view under the sun. I think I only missed out on one because I just forgot. I don't want to mention them because that's a bit of disrespect. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting. Now, I know everything is like grey area and we haven't really hit it up, but if you go through the bottom half of the East versus West card and tell me, you know what I mean? Like, could we give a price gauge? Okay, that's $1. Okay, that's a $2 pay-per-view. Okay, that's a $3. And then we build it up to the top. All collectively, that's a $25 pay-per-view or something like that. Or, or you could do free. So you could have a free-for-all. Like, if I was East versus West, and I'm choosing East versus West because they have 11 to 15 matches, I would probably put their opening 2 matches for free. I would put their opening 2 matches for free to engage people. At King of the Table, we do a pre-show. We do a live pre-show. And we had, between Ray and I, we had like 7,000 people watching. So that's a good start. Now, just say 1,000 of those people weren't going to buy the pay-per-view and Ray and I convinced 500 people. then I think it'd be good. I need to fix this chair. It keeps bloody. So Buddy R says, didn't Mike Tyson get paid $32 million for a fight? Well, I'll tell you what, he was the number one pay-per-view selling person on the planet. He was worth the $32 million. I mean, look what he did when he got out of jail for WWE. Made them back the number one company in the world. All right. What are you guys saying? Then we can roll on. What have we got? Yeah, we can't change WAL's branding. Hell, Aussie, if you even converted one out of those 1,000, still a net positive for King of the Table. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. King of the Table were King. I mean, first of all, how good were King of the Table to allow them to have it on Ray and I's channel? They could have just had it on their pay-per-view stream, or they could have just said, we're going to do it on Matt Rhodes' channel or something like that. Good morning, Johnny. He's just woken up. Okay, so you guys are rolling really well. Let's get another poll in. What should I'm trying to, what's a good poll so we can really land a good number? My business model would be the higher the talent, the less number of matches. So if I've got, say I've got Levan versus Dennis, I'm only having 3 or 4 matches. Now, if I'm going to have more matches, I will make it very clear that I'm not paying anything for those athletes. So I might have 8 matches. But those first 4, I'm just giving you the opportunity to pull King's Table. Because I mean, Levan versus Dennis, I mean, that could possibly be $100,000, $200,000. Shit. It could be. It's got to be minimum 40,000. It has to be. But anyway. There's a good one from Deeps. I like this one. What's the most you'd be willing to pay? That's a good one. What is the, and I'll put that in capitals, most you are willing to pay for pay-per-view? Now, okay, when we say most we're willing, with this poll, let's imagine that we have, sorry, just scrolling down. Let's imagine that we have, the Devin versus Dennis, Levan versus Hermes rematch, John versus Todd Hutchings, 4-5 matches of the creme de la creme. What's the most? And feel free to give your answers in the comments. I'll go 10 to 30. Oh. $30 to $50, and then 50 plus. Ask the awesome community. That's a good poll. Oh, I know. I know. My Aussie Calls It channel, I really need to lock myself in. There's just so much going on here, on camera and off camera. There's just so much going on. But I really need to do more sports fails, any sorts of fails. I need to do them. Just lock myself in, find 100 videos, and then just schedule like 3 or 4 weeks worth of videos. I really need to do it. But thank you. I love doing those videos. Spermies would pay $50 to $60. For like a Levan versus Devon or Dennis, I'd pay $40 to $50. Cybergun's 30 to 35 right now. $30. Daniel Bergs, $10 for myself, but I'd set up a viewing party where we all chipped in if it was also more expensive pay-per-view. So then with that one, Daniel, so if it was $60 and you have like 20 people come to your house, we've all done it. I've done it for UFC. We've all chucked in $5, $10 each and, you know, bought a UFC pay-per-view because it's a lot more fun watching it with your mates. Of course it is. But yeah, it's very interesting. So, okay, what are the polls? What are the polls happening? So $10 to $30 is the most you are willing to pay. Probably should have put willing to capitals. Look, mine's I like because it's my job. It's for me. It's more of a business expense. So I've got to buy the pay-per-views. If I want to either report on the matches, commentate the matches, talk to the athletes before or after the match, I got to buy the pay-per-views. That's just the way it is. So, yeah. I mean, at the moment, I really do think we should be grateful because two things are going to happen. The sales of the pay-per-views are going to go up and a lot more pay-per-views are going to come out because anytime anyone organizes anything, it's going to be through. And when I say a pay-per-view model, I also mean like a membership model as well. AWE, Arm Gods, etc. Which I don't mind. Because if they're going to give you a month's worth of awesome content, like I know on Arm Gods, you get coaching, videos, chat, live event, discount on merch. You get it all. Yeah, you get it all. So, but then, yeah, you get it all. Same with all the others. Same with all the others. Rian just jumped in and says, bang, bang. What's going on? How are you, mate? We're just hanging and banging here. We're just talking about how much should a pay-per-view cost? And we're all coming up with some pretty good ideas. Now, it's very, how do we put it? Where am I going to go with? Where am I going to go for this one? Nah, you know what? I'm just gonna push it back. I'm just gonna leave it. Now, one idea. Oh, well, actually, we've only kind of got that now. See, the problem is I keep playing double-edged sword with myself and I keep playing devil's advocate with myself. For me, I do think we're in a really good time for arm wrestling. So, you know, if you're someone that drinks every week, maybe buy less drinks, put that money away for pay-per-views. Or if you buy coffee every day or something like that. Or shit, depending on where you live, ride your push bike to work. I don't know. But I've been knowing that I've got to buy so many pay-per-views. I've made some sacrifices. I've cut back on like Uber Eats to ensure, you know, I've cut back on Uber Eats. I've cut back on my drinking because I've got to sit there and go, right, pay-per-views are coming up. Not that, you know, I'm in the world's sport. Buddy Hale, let's settle this right now. You will never get a wrench. You will never get a wrench. And let me tell you why. Previously, when you were gunning for a wrench, I said people were abusing the power. They were abusing the power, such as they were dropping channel links that I didn't like. They would come in and only drop their channel link and leave. They would abuse the power, or they would time out people that disagreed with them. Not me, disagreed with them. What was the first thing you did when you got a wrench on Brandon Allen's channel? You timed me out. The power went straight to your head. You were wanting a wrench on my channel, and then you timed me out. Buddy, It's not happening. You need to come up with like a Wolf of Wall Street pitch to be considered. So, mate, you shot yourself in the foot. That's what you did. But in saying that, I absolutely pissed myself laughing when I saw you do that. That's for sure. I thought that was funny. I did think that was funny. East versus West is steal. East versus West, and please put King of the Table in there. That is a steal. Put Arm Gods in there. That is a steal. I mean, Monster Factory, you're getting for free. Like, these things are steals. Sorry, just got to double check. Just waiting for a message from the wife. That's all. So these things are a steal. Absolutely, Daniel. Yeah, there's only so many. There's only so many things you can do. There's only like so many things you can cut back. You know, like Foxtel and the gym. They're first to go when you're really struggling for money. Oh, I totally get it, mate. I totally get it, Daniel. Alrighty. Now the darkness begins. Look, to be honest, and there's no, I don't really care about the moderators. You've all seen that I never use them. They were there for sex bots. I think a few times people have been, or when I've asked someone if they're like, someone was having a crack at someone's wife the other day. So I was like, guys, kick him out. But this whole, yeah. Once again, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I love that it means something to all of you people. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm just not getting it. I'm just not getting it. But I love you. I love you all. I love you all. But that's me being weird, not you. Me. I just don't get it. Because, for example, when I'm in a chat, like if I'm watching someone else's show, I don't sit there and go, whoa, he's got a wrench. I don't get it. But, yeah. There we go. But yes, I shall enjoy the darkness, buddy. You're a superstar. So, yeah. So what's the most you will all pay? $10 to $30 is the most you will pay. Fair enough. And that's reasonable because we also have to take into consideration, like in our minds, a lot of these guys are mega superstars. I think we've paid them. It's a catch-22 here. I am so happy these guys are making bulk money. I really am. I think we're paying them too much too early. Because we're such a, and I hate saying that we're a niche sport, but we are a niche sport. We really are. We really, really are. Yeah. It's such an interesting thing. It's such a, all right, let's have a quick chat. Devon's people talk about the mods. All right, let's quickly talk about this. Devon's making people mods for any super chat. There you go. Jake, making a mod is like being knighted by the king of Gab. Okay. I just wanted a wrench next to my name. To an arm wrestling fan like me, it's just a small honor. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. We love you too. And we love our wrenches. Okay, says Ryan. Aussie, because you're rational and realize that you're a regular dude outside of social media, some folks put you on a pedestal as if you're not a regular dude and it's a status thing. Okay. So then, okay, thank you, everyone. So then I ask, have you gone into someone else's, because I'm an arm wrestling fan as well. So have you gone into someone else's show and gone, oh my God, he's a moderator? If you have, let me know. Because I'm seeing, okay, I understand what you guys are saying. Not saying anyone in particular, but that's the gist of it. $10 is affordable because the South African rand is weak. Okay, says Rian. Jack's wrench is the 10mm one, the most important and useful one. Niagara Slammers in the chat. Niagara Slammers, question for you, buddy. Is your email address fullerelectric@hotmail? During my 25-hour live stream, I've wrote down an email address, and I don't know why. If your email address is fuller_electric@hotmail.com, can you tell me why I've wrote down your email? Juju Moongu has come in and gone. Bang. Thank you very much. Juju Mugu says a better poll. Should pay-per-view be similar to 1, a burger, 2, a day, 3, a porn video rental, 4, a live sports event? If you're willing to spend $20 on a burger you poop out the next day, then why not a pay-per-view that gives you fun for weeks? Very interesting take. But, Juju, to counteract that, you need food to live. We don't need arm wrestling to live. There we go. Now, those people, like everyone's just quickly going back to the wrench. Now, if you're paying for a wrench, I don't think that's cool at all. You should be knighted. Like I think it was the Drew said before, you should be knighted with a wrench, not buying one. Buying one's not cool. But you guys, we are all druids worshipping at Aussie's altar. Heal before Zod. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. I think this is why I love my chat. I suppose we spoke for an hour about pay-per-views. Let's have some fun with the chat. Yes, Niagara. Okay. I need to email you. What size shirt are you? Actually, let's go different. Niagara Slammers, can you email me your shirt size at jakeward@armwrestler@gmail? Not PayPal donation, but that's my email there. Can you send me your shirt size? I'll see if I've got a shirt your size. See if I've got a shirt your size. Silky, you as well, Silky. Silky Wilkie. Email me your shirt size. Jake Ward Arm Wrestler. Ignore the PayPal donations. That's just an old banner. But email Silky and Niagara Slammers. Email me your shirt size. Okay. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to the fun. Okay, now people are talking about porn. There you go. Well, let's not do that. I mean, that's like my head will never swell, buddy. I know exactly where I'm from. But I find that an honor that you guys see it as status, as being awesome on my channel. That could have been your very first pitch at the start, buddy. That could have been your pitch. But that I find an absolute honor. I find an absolute honour. Silky Wilkie has just gone bang and dunked on me. Says, hot topics on the fix a while ago were Engen flexing his pedigree on Ray, culminating in a super match, proposal, and an unexpected live press conference. I have firm belief in Engen's capability to educate you, the young one. You better call that match Oz. Hey, Engen and Ray. Engen comeback match. Look, if it's not at East versus West, I can almost guarantee I'll be there. Surely I'm at the next king of the table. Please? Please? Surely I'm there. Thank you very much for your super chat. Thank you very much for gifting out memberships. You stud. Email me your shirt size. Fingers crossed. Yeah. This is interesting. Engen versus Ray in a match. I know this was talked about a month ago. I know them two were talking about it about a month ago. Was it a month ago? 3 weeks ago? I mean, I can't remember the date, but I remember it being talked about a while ago. So they were talking about it again on the fix. Cool. That'd be a nice little opener at East versus West. That would be cool. And then Ray can commentate afterwards and can go on and run on the show. That'd be cool. There we go. But thank you very much. Bang. Silky Wilkie, thank you so much. Pseudonym, he's a dead set legend. Says, side note, Stake Kings have paid out $117,953 for stakes placed on Devon. The stakes I've won have more than paid for every pay-per-view I've bought. Yeah, but that's gambling, Pseudo. That's gambling. That is gambling. So, yeah, Stake Kings haven't lost any money because they only allow particular gambling. But that's a lot of dollary dues. That's a lot of cash on Stake Kings. There you go. I like it. Gamble responsibly. Gamble responsibly. Pseudonym. Well, let's just go back to this one. That can be the next poll. Engen and Ray. Yep. Start a poll. Who wins? Who wins? You guys are bloody... Have I told you guys are bloody legends today? You guys are bloody legends. Niagara. Yeah, let's see if there's... just email me. And I'll see, I'll go and see if I've got any left. So make sure you email me. Email me. What's this one? Is this you? No. Okay. All righty. What else have we got? When will the day come when live streamers pay trolls to come on the chat? I can't be bothered with any of that. You guys are my mates and you troll me enough. I don't want to pay trolls to come on. Because then we gang up on them and we get them. Thank you, Cybergun. It's a very thank you, Cybergun. Can't surprise you're still sitting at 12.9 subs. Should be higher. Look, I think I should be higher. But the difference between my channel and other channels, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times, I got the most loyal dead set legends in the beast. Yeah, but okay, so they were talking about earlier, but that was talk. I know that was talked about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I got to rack my memory and go through some videos, but this was talked about maybe 3-4 weeks ago. So, yeah. But thank you. Yes. And don't forget Vivoda. And don't forget Vivoda's coming back as well. It's staking, not gambling. What's the difference? What's the difference? What else we got? Engen's forehead Targo says, when the right investor comes along in arm wrestling and gets big, Jake will be the Ariel Helwani of the sport. Only difference is Jake is 50 times more talented. Thank you. Look, I love announcing and commentating, but I would love to be in like an ESPN studio doing all the pre-shows, doing the weekly arm wrestling show because there's so many amazing events. I would love to do all that. Then go and call the action. You know what I mean? And then, yeah. Man, I'd love to have like the Joe Rogan. I feel a bit like Joe Rogan on such a smaller thing. So, I'm very fortunate enough to have all you guys come all the time. Then all the big names come. I'm just working out some dates with Michael Todd and Rob Vidgen Jr. to come on the show this week. Also, I've got a special nighttime, special my time for Lachlan and Matarangi. They're going to come on the show this week. And then I can do my weekly show on ESPN, interview the best in the world. And then when the big events happen, I'm there announcing, commentating, thereabouts. I would love it. Thank you very much, Engen's forehead Tarko. What have we got? See you later, NW UK1. Did I see that you were saying goodbye? See you, buddy. Thank you very much, mate. You take care. We'll probably go for about another 5 or 10 minutes because we've sorted the pay-per-view stuff now. Now we're just having a chat. Fun show coming up. Very fun show coming up with Maximum Bang Monday. Got some good caption games. We might play a bit of Would You Rather. Also, we're going to go through the Monster Factory card, which is going on this weekend. I'll see if John's available. I'll definitely be doing a bit of live commentary, even though the event's free. I'll be promoting their sponsors that have been helping out because then they're on my channel as now. I've got to remember to send the analytics to Rebecca Todd because she's awesome. So then that helps her continue to get the big name sponsors. So go check out the Monster Factory. Matt Rhodes, Sakono, King of the Table shaking up World's Strongest Man by refusing to not live stream or commentate. So I've had Matt Rhodes on the show. Matt's not big on doing interviews. He gets asked all the time. Now, I know he's got some history with the World's Strongest Man. So that's why he's refusing to. Big Loz has been doing watch parties. He's been calling them wait parties. So as soon as the results come in, they talk about it. I know Matt has, and not World's Strongest Man, but Strongman in general, because that's where Matt's come from. I think there's something more behind the scenes going on there. But, yeah. But it's all very, very interesting, you bloody Dead Set Legends. Any other last-minute things you want to have a quick chat about before we call it a day? Yeah. Just trying to think. Just going back to it all. Okay, so we're rocking and rolling. Whatever happened with the Dan Severin interview? That still might be happening, Cybergun. So, but that will be closer to June because Michigan State's is the first week of June. Michigan State's of the first week of June is happening. So Dan Severin's got a match. So Steve will probably get Dan on the show closer to then. No point hyping it up now because it's going to get lost in the mix with East versus West, Monster Factory, Battle at Deep Water, and I'm sure there's something mid-May as well. Well done, Richard. I had 2 super matches tonight, won both 3-0 on my right. Well done. Hey, I might be having some super matches next month in May. I think I might be having them. I might be having a Battleground super match. So I'm trying to organize super matches at my club. No one else will. And I saw some people that are around my level. They're probably better than me. So I want to have some super matches. So I might do a Battleground on the right arm, and then us Battleground will separate, and we'll have a left arm match each on the left arm. So that'll be cool. So yeah, so that'll be happening in my club. I'll film the matches because the time of day won't be really good for you guys. So I don't think I'll live stream it. Plus, I think we might have about 10 or 12 super matches. So it's a long day. The quality won't be like, you know what I mean? It's not an event or anything, but it'll be good to see me back on the table as I try and drop weight. Daniel Bergs, take care. Have a good one. All the best to your family. Tell the 2 Swedes I said hi. Well, it's funny that Carolina Peterson, one of them, it's her birthday today, my time. So tomorrow for all of you. So there you go. There you go. Can anyone help Ricky Wiggly at anyone in the chat in Washington State? Anyone in the chat? Let's go. What's up? Crazy Uncle Jim. The Canadian Nationals are being hosted where was that one? At the club, end of June. That's cool. How is the weightlifting coming along? I posted a fail on the members video, Tom. You remember? Go check that one. Yeah. So there you go. It is happening. There's another. See? That sucks because May 5th, I'm in Deepwater, New South Wales. And then, but it's like a 4-hour drive back to the airport. And then I have to be back for East versus West and something on Sunday. Okay, everyone's all chatting with each other. So, Crazy Uncle Jim, you're doing live streams now. Is that what you're telling me? Got my live stream finally figured out, kind of, but still don't know how to guess how do people do this stuff. So confused. I hate computers. I'm not sure what you're trying to ask, Crazy Uncle Jim. I'm not sure what you're trying to ask. So everyone, it seems like people are from, a lot of people are near Washington State. That's cool. That's very cool. All right. Quickly, Jim, you've got, I'm not sure how to get a guest on with me. Everyone's using Zoom. You call them on Zoom and add it to your streaming service, whatever streaming service you use. If you're just going off your phone, then you can't do it. But if you're on your computer, you use Zoom, and then you put Zoom into your streaming service. Yeah. And then whatever streaming service you use, there's 145 tutorials out there. There we go. But I'm out of here. I'm out and about. I'm going to try and make a video, a long-form video. So I've got to film it. Hopefully get everything set up here. Got to rock and roll. Maximum Bang Monday is up and about for tomorrow. Hopefully, Michael Todd and RVJ will come on the show this week. Definitely got Lachlan and Matarangi. We're rocking and rolling from there. Cards are being designed as we speak. Hopefully I get an update. Hopefully I get an update in the next 24 hours about the cards. See if Bo's finished one of them. But we will get on there. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for making me feel like a genuine rock star. Thank you so much for everything. I love each and every one of you. Take care. And just make sure whatever you do for the rest of the day, the rest of the night, or tomorrow, make sure you are smiling. Make sure you feel good about yourself because you are a decent human being. And I'll see you all on Maximum Bang Monday.